All right, guys. Good morning to everybody. This is Cal, and everybody, good to you. All right, today we're going to start the session right now. Today is the 4th of June, 2026. CRAZII Global Market Talk with Cal. CRAZII anytime, anywhere. All right, guys. Good morning to everyone. All right, we have started recording, means the session has started. And again, first of all, please make sure to do your risk management. It's very, very important to do your risk management. Just give me a minute. Some people asking me certain things. Just give me a short moment. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, so before we start this morning session, let's look at the fundamentals and see what's happening in the market right now. Now, Donald Trump says that Iran agreed to not have nuclear weapons, but they can change their mind. Now, to me, itself is really, really, to me, it's just pointless nonsense. All right, it's just that you just happy trigger, say whatever you want, without really having any formal, official, saying from someone else. So this is just like you just tell that, okay, guys, whatever you tell to you about your neighbor, but your neighbor just keep quiet on this. And after that, it's your neighbor come and say, no, I never say this, or never do that, or never even know about this. And then you say, oh, is it? I thought you said that. These are really very childish thing. And I think recently itself there was a tabulation of how much Donald Trump speak in the whole day. And apparently he tweeted 56 times in a Saturday. Wow, and a lot of stuff. He attacked everybody, including Biden, Obama, and even the Pope. Oh my goodness, this guy is really incredible. But nonetheless, this one is his personal matter. Let's hope everything goes good. But we all know that things are happening right now. The Dow Jones lost 600 points last night because of the Treasury yields. Now, I've been telling everybody the Treasury yields is a big, big, big issue, and it's now surfacing, right? We are always a bit like 1 to 3 days ahead of time because I do a lot of work for you. I do a lot of this analysis beforehand, and we give you a lot of details in advance. And you can see yesterday, early morning, we already posted to you about the Dow Jones and telling you to be very careful. There could be profit taking and stuff like that. And now the Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin high conviction holders, people who are very, very high convicted holders, they are now turning into sellers. Oh my God, this is really, really bad. For them to do that, that is really, really insane because everybody all believe in Bitcoin, right? But now it's coming down. Now, the thing is this, why Bitcoin is coming down? I told you before, the biggest problem is that a lot of players believe that now Bitcoin has no value. Oh dear. So the thing is this, everybody now is dumping Bitcoin because they don't think that it will happen. They think that the 100,000 is too far away. In fact, some people are now speculating they go down below to 60,000. So this is just typical. When the market is up, everybody put high valuation. When the market is down, everybody just cut down and do this thing. It's never stopped and it will never stop. All right. This is something that it will always, always happen. But main thing is this, as I said many times before, guys, the biggest problem is now the biggest problem now is that people are not holding Bitcoin. That's a key point here. So let's take a look itself, right? 26% came from investors who bought above 90,000. So that means a lot of stop loss, cut loss is happening right now for Bitcoin. And of course, those who have hold for more than 5 months, who are very inactive and become sellers because they know that a lot of whales are actually dumping in. And of course, when someone sells, someone is buying. So the question is, who's buying? Now, one thing is known that on Bitcoin, the ETF registered their 12th day in a row, the longest streak of outflow. That means people are getting out of Bitcoin. So this is another big, big issue. And of course, if they get out of Bitcoin, definitely the demand will not be there. The supply will be abundant, hence the price goes down. So this is something that we need to understand, that we need to be very careful. Now, I've done a very good write-up on Bitcoin, Ethereum. I believe that Disha have already sent this to you. Please read and understand why I was so bearish on this Bitcoin and Ethereum since 12th of May until now. Today, we shorted Bitcoin again. We make money, but I think that we're somewhere near there. We don't need to sell anymore. Just wait for the next rebound, for next K trend to come in to be a seller, okay? I don't think now you should sell because it's already, if you miss it, then just forget about it. Do not chase after the market. That's always something that I keep on reminding everybody. All right, let's look at the other news is the bond market and why is the Dow Jones down 600 points. Now, actually, the Dow down 600 points, something that I already been preparing for this. And yesterday, I did do some selling, make some money from there. So basically, the main thing is this oil price goes up. That's definitely one of the main reasons why the market is not doing well. And next thing is this Donald Trump says that about the change of mind potentially. To me, it just really it hold no more weight. In fact, and as we all know that Israel knows that there's a very, very low chance that US will put any troops on the ground. So if Israel lost this very strong, what do you call bet that they expected US to land troops on the ground, but yet last minute or now they decided not to do that, it's going to be a real slap in the face for Israel. But Israel knowing the point that they cannot do anything further, because they really had to bank on what happening for US to support them. So therefore, right, they just had to keep quiet. And because of the oil price gain, the 10-year and the 30-year is now going at 4.5 and 5% respectively. Now, we do know the strong ADP. Now, ADP was very incredibly stronger than expected. So ADP strong, that means that there's no reason for the Federal Reserve to cut interest rate. In fact, it's actually it's a good idea to stay the interest rate where we are right now. And of course, if ADP is good, definitely non-farm payroll can't be too far away. Now, the market was expecting 110,000, but it came out 122,000. Now, this is something that I didn't expect that. I mean, it's coming from the public sector, and yet it increased. So I have my question mark here as well. So all I can say is we just follow the thing first and see what happened. Now, the Federal Reserve is expected to rate hike, in fact, by at least quarter basis point based on the CME Fed Watch 2. Now, this something is going to be crazy because everybody wanted a rate cut, not a rate hike. But of course, on the flip side, market will think that, hey, maybe a rate hike means that the economy is doing well. That's why you need to hike. Okay. All right. The decline in AI-related stock has also came down. NVIDIA, Dell shaded more than 3%. Oracle down by 5%. And of course, Microsoft lowered by 3% too. So basically, it's a pullback of the whole lot of them. Yeah. Okay. So let's just look at the technical now. I think you're all waiting for this, the technical side. So let's look at gold first to begin with. Now, again, as usual, do expect the thing to be for the internet access is supposed to be good. That's how I tried it with China side. It was doing very well. But similarly, Zoom and MT4 has a big issue. Yeah. So let's try this again. Now, yesterday we tried it, but it didn't work. So today we try this again. All right. Now, so I'm not too sure why is that so. I Google and I don't get much information from there. All right, the data is still stuck at the moment right now. You can see, okay. All right, not moving. Okay, never mind. We make do with this first. Now, this morning, why do we have a sell on the Bitcoin? You can see why. Bitcoin opens up and then went up. But the thing is this, it misses KTR plus 1 by a little bit. Now, we've seen this many times before when the market failed to stay above KTR plus 1. That is a very strong sell signal. So when the market break below OP and is below pivot 1, that means the market have rejected at pivot 1. Definitely the sell pressure is very strong. And yet the market really came down to KTR minus 1. And then after that, it rebounded a little bit, continue to sell down to where? Pivot 2. Yes, the market broke pivot 1 and then now came down to pivot 2 and stopped there. Amazing. All right, so guys, this is something that you should understand, that trading is not difficult. You just need to follow the rules, follow the colors. Now, there will be days whereby the market doesn't really follow exactly what you want it to do, but that is only a couple of days among the whole month. The remaining whole month itself, right, majority of the time, it follow the rule. So there will be time whereby people get very upset and say, how come the KEL, the system didn't work? I think they just have to understand that the market need time, all right? Okay, we're having an issue again on the, you can see very clearly having issue with my MT4 online. I really don't know why. On Zoom, we have this issue. So what we can do, no choice, I have to use back my crazy.com chart to show things for you. Yeah, I don't want you to come in and waste your time. Okay, so let's look at the day chart for gold first. This is the day chart. So for those who want to like this chart, please go and get yourself register with crazy.com with the referral link for your own leader, right? So depending on which country you're from Singapore, you can find Susan. For Cambodia, you find Sari, WDF. And for Vietnam, you find all your Vietnam leaders, all right? They will be there to assist you, all right? For Thailand, it will be Dr. Shah. For Indonesia, will be Yo and Keza. And for Australia, that will be Jim. All right, so basically you can see everybody is now working very hard to bring CRAZII to the global map. Okay, so today we have the gold trading now at about the price of 4448. This morning it failed to stay above MLP. That's a very strong sell signal. And also the boys have been selling, so that's not a good sign. And overall, you can see that the K trend tells you that the market will sell. So this is very strong indication. So there is a possibility for gold to come down all the way to 4405 because that is the KCB. But the thing is this, if the market really sell, this is very possible the market may trip all the way down to stop loss all the people have been holding. So it is all possible, but just that to take it one step at a time. Now let's just, just basically get into this holding first. Okay, so now if you look at the 5-minute chart, you can see very clearly now the market itself is above OP, but it got rejected at KTR +1 and the MLP is also there. So likely the market is going to try back down to the OP here. Now, if the market breaks OP and come down, there's a very high chance it go back down to 4423, 2424 again. Now, why? Because the day chart is the day chart is basically biased towards the sell side. But of course, this morning, why it went up? Because the market did a technical rebound, right? So the market did a technical rebound, crossed the diamond line, and then it went up. And when it went up itself, what you see, the market went all the way to KTR +1. But again, the MLP is there, is blocking everybody. It said no MLP for you. Hence, therefore, that's why the market stopped there. All right, so let's see whether this Bitcoin can travel down to 4404 later today. Bitcoin, sorry, gold price, sorry. Gold price will come down to 4404 later today. Okay, all right, so that is for gold. Let me just double check if the MT4 is working. Nope, it's not working at all. Oh gosh, this is really bad. Okay, I mean, I have tried the best internet. I've done everything I could, but and I did with Tencent just now with the people from China. It works very fine, but not Zoom. Okay, so not too sure what is the problem, but it's still like that. So I can only I can't be waiting this perpetually, right? So I just have to continue with the charts that I have with CRAZII.com. Now, of course, some of you say, but CRAZII.com is not very nice. You don't like it itself. Don't worry, there will be a new version coming out next month and absolutely free as long as you join in to be an active subscriber. Yeah. All right. So you can see now this is Bitcoin. Let's everyone take a look. Right. Bitcoin opens up and immediately go all the way down to the KTR -1 and it's done. Okay. And it seems like there'll be some selling again, but I can leave it there. I'm not going to chase after it. I've taken some profit already. Okay, so it should be here. Right, okay, trend, yeah. All right, lowering yellow cluster. So that's why you had to sell on the Bitcoin earlier. Okay, so let's just look at the next market, which is the US Dow Jones. Let's take a look on the day chart. Now, the Dow Jones day chart has already flipped from this yellow to red. And of course, we do know there's a pivot somewhere around here, which is at 50,571. So very high chance the market is going to go there. And of course, if the market breaks below, in fact, that's what your breaks below, we can see a lower number at 50317. Okay, so that is the Dow Jones, right? If the first low, it will be 50,000. 571. Okay. All right. So guys, this is the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones come down 50,571 will be a good level for TP. I'm actually looking at there to hold my position until there itself. All right. So you can see from here itself, the overall market is oil. Now I'm very, very optimistic on oil, and I get to see what I want to see is oil has turned from red to yellow. All right, red to yellow means the market is going to have a potential CCROI upside. And we have a full blue diamond here. So the closing price is very important. Somewhere around 97.43. So if oil do go up, there's a gap here as well, and that gap is somewhere around 98 to 99. Okay, so there's a gap here on oil. I think oil may go up, but the boys are not following through. So if the boys follow through, yellow candle, then the market should cover gap, and the gap itself somewhere is about 100 to 101. So if that is going to happen, definitely inflation is going to be back on the table again for everybody. Yeah. So watch out for this. Now I say for guys, I apologize. I really cannot get to my MT4. You see, just completely stuck here. I just couldn't move it at all. Really very bad. So I have to either need to double check if another computer or my Wi-Fi, or is it time to change my computer? Not too sure, because I have a very good session for China side and it's working earlier. All right, guys. So before you go, can you see there are some data coming in right now from these numbers? These are the China stock number. So later today, we're going to see more and more data coming in, and we're watching this. And of course, we will be using it as a form of testing. And if it's good, oh my God, the business will be fantastic. So let's just prove and see everything goes well. All right, guys. Okay, so that will be all for today's sharing. Apology for coming early because I have something on at 9 o'clock. So take care, guys. I will see you guys online once again. Take care and read whatever I post in the Telegram group chat or Zalo. Bye-bye.